Hello, everyone, and welcome to SpeedGaming, where we have a Invitational League match tonight between Will WC and Trinex in the Misery Meyer division. I'm Sorcerer Finch. I'm joined here in the commentating booth with Nira Lightstein. How are you doing tonight, Nira?
I'm doing very well. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much. We are also joined by Circle, who will be pressing the buttons, making sure that he can keep us honest. And we've got an interesting casual boot race today with a lot of implications here.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So, what's the standing? Oh, I see the scores now. So,
Yep,
6-3 on us.
Yep. So, To Infinity and Pgog is fourth place. They're 2-2 so far. But Will is 2-0 at this point, and we are just getting ready. And I thought this was combo.
Nope, no Super Metroid today. There's Master Sword already, so that means Uncle has a sword. Well, we already know that, but...
Well, we will already have a... Right, we'll already have a sword once... With casual boots, we'll have the sword once we get to talk to Uncle, but he'll give us a Master Sword.
Plus, we also get... He has that weird thing where it's two swords in one from him.
Right. It is possible to walk out of here with a tempered sword, technically. But so far, just an arrow, a little bit of cash from Uncle.
You're never going to say no to early Master Sword, even though that's not something you want to find this early.
Yeah. And we've got two very good runners here in Will WC and Trinex. In a very stacked division as well. Both racers raced both races in the co-op All Dungeons in week 1. Will WC going 2-0, Trinex going 1-1, and then Trinex did drop a match in Invrosia, but this is going to be an interesting matchup between these two racers here.
Also, that's the vanilla map. Is this even randomized?
And yeah, right now 2Pearl2Furious is looking for another win here. They are currently 7th place in the 8-team division. This is a tough division too, but so they'll be looking for a good kind of quick seed. We're gonna hope for the best for all of our racers.
Yep. Though this is something else to know about casual boots. We do not need to find bombs. That's one nice thing.
Right, at least for this opening scenario. Once we get to Kakariko Village, hopefully we'll have 50 rupees at the very least, or even a bomb drop would be nice as well.
Hopefully Blind's Hut drops something for us. And we have in Zelda Cell the small key. So we do know that the final 5 checks are items.
Yep, it's going to be a pretty light front, but pretty stacked back.
Oh yeah. I don't know if Master Sword off of Uncle would be considered light front though.
It's definitely very nice to have at this point. Trinex having a slight advantage through this front part.
Yep.
But chat confirming, Trinex and Will WC are very cool and very friendly racers as well.
I've never talked to either of them, but I have heard the exact same thing. Why is there no Trinex sprite?
We can make that happen. You know, that is one of the really nice things about Randomizer is like between the Pokey, between the pink sprite or this pink Link sprite. There are so many artistic choices available that are just fantastic.
Yeah, we have a mouse pointer as one for one. There's an 8 bomb drop. We don't got to worry about bombs anytime soon.
Yeah. Ooh. Will's got to be a little cautious there.
True. Also, 20 rubies and Dark Cross.
All right, we'll take those. Having the 8 rupees is going to be nice, but we are going to get a couple of rupees as we go through Kakariko Village. Now we might see some of our racers farm up a couple rupees, kind of depending on what the tree pool is, or whether or not we revisit Blind's Hut for a couple, or we just find 50 rupees there, and a tempered sword.
Yeah. Are we going to have butter before we even leave Kakariko?
You can complete the game with the Master Sword. Having tempered before the 5-minute mark for both of our racers just feels good, you know?
Chat's right. I am getting Aga vibes from this.
Yeah, and Trinex, and that is where our boots would have been.
Oh, so the 20 spot is the boots spot. Okay.
Yep. The green 20 will be with the way that the seeds get generated for items that you already have or aren't going to be getting. Like if it's a sword list and it's swords, it'll drop a green 20, so you know something's supposed to be here, something was here, but it's a green 20.
Just like if it's a half magic's not in the game, you find a small magic refill in a spot. Also, 20 rubies off Bonk Rocks, and there's more bombs.
Yep. And Will with the F-Zero tracks, by the way.
Yep, I think that's Meat City.
Yep. And looks like Lumberjack Ledge is just going to be a heart piece. But considering we're just a lamp away from Aga access, we'll want to hopefully find a Moon Pearl before we even think about that, and that is kind of the saving grace now before like an Aga find. But
yeah, well, we need Moon Pearl, Power Glove, Hammer, or Titan's Mitts and Moon Pearl, along with Hook Shot and Flippers.
Yeah, we're still going to have a pretty extensive shopping list here. We still have not seen, I don't believe we've seen a map check yet from either racer, and we probably won't until after Kakariko Village.
Yeah, we haven't seen one just yet. Will finding out that I think that's tier 2 triple is bombs.
Yep. And meanwhile, Trinex giving us our first look at Blind's Hut. And the smorgasbord of items here in Kakariko Village, like 350, 355.
Yep. Then we'll have 385 right through here if he grabs all 6 spots.
Yeah, and it's still worth it because even though we have Zora money now,
you need to spend 100.
Right, we're going to be spending a little bit of cash here. It does feel really good, though, to come into Kakariko Village and already have most of the money that you're going to need for the rest of the seed.
More bombs. Oh, yeah. You need like 840 rubies or something like that. There's the Moon Pearl.
Yep, there is that Moon Pearl. There's even more cash. And there is the Ether Medallion. We might need that. We'll find out a little bit later if we even need to touch Mire or Turtle Rock.
And there's the Scammer level 1.
All right, and we'll go ahead and check out Chicken Hut and free that chicken.
And more bombs.
All right, and
I think that was red pendant on Desert and 5/6 on Eastern.
5-6 it looked like was Hera, and then regular Crystal on.
Oh, okay.
But it was a very quick map check, so Hera looked like it was a 5-6 for me.
5 bombs, or 3 bombs, I'm sorry, on Library Ledge.
And 50.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. And 50 rupees on the race game. So Trinex looks like we'll see if Trinex goes South Shore or. Okay, so blue crystals. So it's 3 crystals in the light world. 5-6 up at Hera, and then blue crystals at Desert and Eastern.
Yep. Nelson, there's like there's the hammer. We're just a power glove away from Aga being dead.
All right, and here we go. So far we're kind of chugging along. We still don't know what our final item shopping list is going to be for the rest of the seed without having some of the Dark World knowledge. We will pick up that shovel though.
Yeah, you never want to abandon that because you never know if something's going to be in the dig spot.
Right, and the nice thing is it's early. Like, it would have been better if it were Kakariko Village, but it's early enough where you can route it in with some Dark World checks if you have a mirror. So it could be worse. And we do have a little bit of divergence here.
With half magic and the hook shot and 10 arrows and 20 rubies, boo, and bottle with a bee in it.
Yeah, and that is our first bottle as well. So it looks like that's going to be where that's a good amount of safety there. And hookshot is going to be required. I'm not sure if either racer will be hovering, but hookshot does make that a little bit more moot.
Yeah. Why hover when you have the hook shot?
All right, and Will immediately going over to South Shore after checking the desert area.
I think that was just... And there's the flippers! So we're going to go straight to Zora from here.
Yep, we've got plenty of cash. We've got... All right, and I think we're going to be saving up our... Yep, there we go.
And on the island is 5 rubies. Will getting his half magic bottle and hook shot. You're never going to turn down free half magic, that's for sure.
Yep. Half magic, oh, if I must. And there's the power glove.
Okay, so Aga's dead.
Yep, there is our Dark World access at 12 minutes 38 seconds.
What's funny is we actually have everything that would make Aga dead anyway, besides the Titan's mitts.
Yeah, and Will avoiding the crab there, which is good because those crabs will do 2 hearts of damage at this point, and that's a little bit more than what Will has available.
Yep, does not want to take a death here. And in Waterfall Ferry, we have a monologue, a heart piece, and 20 rubies.
Yep, because Trinex still has that potion with the item inside, so gonna have to release that, but just go ahead and keep the B for now.
Yep, and on Zora Ledge, we have a piece of heart. I'm having trouble not humming to this song from F-Zero right now. I love this song.
It is a pretty good song, isn't it?
Yeah. Most people, if they know any song from F-Zero, this is the one. And Zora just being a big scammer today.
Yeah, just a couple bombs. And now is when we'll probably start seeing some divergence. If I'm Trinex, I'm going into the Dark World from here. You can make your way over to Village of Outcast with that hook shot and hammer. So,
and you can also go do Hype Cave right now too.
Right, and with a plethora of items there. And let's see when we get our map check.
Probably after Hype Cave. Oh no, during it. Pendants are Skullwoods, Thieves Town, and Swamp, with the 5/6 crystal being ice.
Yeah. So Thieves. So yeah, Ice Palace was the red, Skullwoods green pendant, Thieves Town, and Swamp Palace are our pendants. So we are going to need 1 or 2 medallions there. And that is some kind of cane right there. And a little bit of compensatory cash right there.
We just got our Zora money back.
Yep, Johnny Chew Bomb's got you covered.
I would have taken one of those bombs that Zora gave you and threw it back.
All right, and Will looks like we'll be making the exact same play that Trinex is making. Going to go ahead and go into the Dark World.
There's 50 more rubies on Stumpy.
Yep. So from here, Trinex is going to dig game, and then unless that is the Titan's Mitts, that will be the end of this route here.
Yep. Depending on what he finds here, I would suggest going to Eastern. Wow, there is a lot of 20 rubies. And that was just 20 rubies.
Yep. And there's that Cane of Samaria over on Will's side. We'll just come back for that 20 rupee chest right there. All right. And also sort of interesting, and granted, the logic hasn't warranted it yet, but we are approaching 20 minutes. And we have not touched any of the dungeons yet. We are getting a little bit of divergence here, though. Will is going to... Oh! That's all right. That's all right. We'll go ahead and... Will hadn't made too much of a time investment there, so we'll go ahead and kind of go back. Sick Kid not having much there.
This will really be beneficial. Oh, nope. He is not going back to check Pyramid.
But he will go ahead and check out what that shovel is.
Yep, depending on what shovel spot is, that is a good call. If it's something like the bow or Titan's Mitts, that's going to be a big find.
Yeah, and it's also one of those things. Oh, Vanilla Flute.
That's still an enormous find because that gives us Dark World, or that gives us Death Mountain access.
Yeah, it does give it right. It gives us logical dark Death Mountain, or not Dark Death Mountain, just Death Mountain.
Yeah, that's and Piece of Heart. There's the Titan's Mitts in the chess game. Yep.
So it actually looks like the death will benefit Will pretty nicely. It's one of those, like, it's unfortunate that it happened, but it might have saved a little bit more time here.
Now, it depends on what is found in Kakariko, too, though.
Right. What is Village of Outcasts? And
yeah,
Will's...
Sorry.
Sorry. And Will's route probably would have led him to Village of Outcasts instead of... like, Catfish.
Yeah. And he's going up to he's going up the Death Mountain. Gonna get the old man, of course.
Yep. Now, as far as we know, this check is not in logic yet. Now, everything else has been in logic, though, so once someone finds a lamp, we will be able to figure out what the logic should be.
That first kit chest in Thieves Town was a big key, too. There's the map.
Yeah, and also sort of remarkable, it took until like 18 and a half minutes for Trinex to be the first person in a dungeon.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this divergence, and I hope everyone here is enjoying it as well.
Yeah, it's not fun to always for them to be following the same route the whole time. That's for sure. And that stupid dead rock. Oh. And that was the small key in Thieves Town as well. That in that fourth chest.
Yep. So Trinex we'll see if Trinex opts to bail out or if this is just a heart refill. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and skedaddle for now.
Did you see what was on Old Man?
It was just 100 rupees.
Okay. I was watching Trinex's side when that happened.
All right, so Trinex is...
Sorry.
Yep, Trinex is going to go ahead and check out what Lumberjack is. And this could actually... This is going to loop into finding that flute.
You mean the blacksmiths?
Right. With the smith chain, we'll be going ahead and checking out getting that flute.
Yep. This is going to put him in a pretty good lead. There's the flute. And on Will's side, just some hearts. 10 arrows and more arrows.
Yep, so the mountain not paying out so far. It could get better. We do still have... We can actually complete Hera. Out of logic, or we can't get every chest quite yet, but it's possible we can do it.
That's Bombos on the floating island.
All right, that's excellent knowledge right there. We will go ahead and kind of see, are we going to need that? Will not be able to check it here though, since those Titan's mitts are in Village of Outcasts. It's just been a bunch of cash here.
Yep, and on the blacksmiths is the Sank heart.
Yep, not just any heart. All right, and Trinex also opting to go up the mountain, so
you can actually do Dark World too, Dark Death Mountain too.
Right. So this is going to be pretty nice for Trinex here.
Yep. I think he'll probably. What do you think? He'll probably do Hera first and then do Dark Death Mountain.
Without the mirror, I could see it. Kind of nice. There is the big key here, so you don't have to potentially worry about another item being in the big chest.
Okay. Yeah. Good. I'm all sorry. That okay was for something said in the chat. We're gonna get the Hera pot here. Beautiful trick that found out by people who run this game.
Yep, and there is Hera pot. There's so many ways to do it.
That's the Cana Burna and the fire rod on top, Cana Burna inside of Spectacle Rock.
All right, so where is that mirror?
Probably on Troll Dorm. He's got to be careful there.
Yep, just go ahead and scoop up just a couple hearts there.
Not been much.
Here we have our first dungeon boss.
Yep, as long as this goes well, he'll have this done, and he got it done.
he did it well.
Yeah,
Will's got this.
And it drops 3 bombs. So there's an item in the basement.
All right, but at the 23-minute, 45-second mark, that is crystal number 1. So next up, can't really do Smith Chain at this point, or sorry, not Spike Cave is what I mean.
He's got to go do Village of Outcasts.
Oh, okay. So Will is gonna pick up that Burna and probably take that and go do Spike Cave now.
Oh yeah, he can do that. With half magic, it's going to take most of that magic to do, but yeah, with the boots, that's very possible.
Yep, and lining up for this can be a kind of a trickier bomb jump here. I think that's nice.
Beautifully done.
All right, and yeah, this is one of those checks where it doesn't feel great to do at any time, but while you're here is the best time to do a Spike Cave check.
And on Spike Cave, we have 3 bombs.
Better safe than sorry.
Yep. You know that what's in logic? Oh wait, no, it's not. I was about to say swamp, but you need the mirror. This isn't inverted.
Yeah, we are gonna need that mirror. We can do a couple dips here though. And this might be, yeah, because Thieves Town, you could very defensively get the first couple checks, or Skull Woods checking the front.
Well, we do know where the fire rod is, so.
Yep. So, and that is one of the things that's going to be on our shopping list. No matter what.
Yep, need it for Turtle Rock because we cannot complete Turtle Rock without it, and we need it for Trinex too.
Yep. So we're gonna need a bow. We're gonna need fire rod, ice rod, maybe bombos or quake, and mirror, and lamp. Logically.
Yeah.
And yeah, no one's going for the basement yet, just because we don't have the fire item yet, and we can open up Turtle Rock.
Yep. Can do the first check in the left side too.
Yep, there are a couple checks that are, and I definitely don't blame Trinex for giving it a dodge right this exact second.
Yeah, don't blame him either.
Yeah. Especially if you can, because yeah, we still need you have to rely on the key layout to get to the halfway mark.
Yeah, you need at least what, 2 keys in the first 2 rooms.
Yeah, and oh, by the way, there was that Quake medallion.
Dang.
But Will is out of keys, so Will's just gonna have to take a little bit of a different route. And actually, we'll go ahead and just skip out rest of Skull Woods.
10 arrows in Hookshot Cave. There's the mirror.
Yep. So yeah, we might see that fire rod then on Trinex's side.
Definitely will. What was that on Bumper Cave? Oh, it was a piece of or a heart container.
So this route for Trinex is working out really well.
He's also going for the Bombos medallion.
Oh, absolutely. At the very least, and we see a dashed and C-shaped house. P-Train, it's okay.
They got that one thing that was needed to rush Pedestal. Will just got his Titan's mitts. They were in the chess game in Village of Outcasts. I don't see Will going back to Dark Death Mountain right away.
Now, I'm kind of curious.
What is Tronix doing? Oh, he's doing the Spiral Cave.
Yep. And this makes sense because Spike Cave is going to be the end of your route. It just hurts to basically make it over that side and then have to run back.
People are calling for Ice Rod on pedestal.
All right, and we approach the half-hour mark, and Trinex thought about going to Kakarika Village. He's going to opt to go ahead and pick up that fire rod, which makes a lot of sense. It does open up ice as well. Ice Palace is fully clearable, and even nice to complete with that Cane of Samaria.
Actually, it was completable before he gets the fire rod because he had Bombos.
Yep. So we've got a couple of options here, and there's that blue cane. Trinex is just gonna go ahead and not worry about a bomb jump here.
If he goes to Ice Palace, that'll be the other 5/6 crystal.
Also, I had not realized without the music, but Trinex would not have been able to do a bomb jump because Trinex was down to 1 heart.
Ooh.
But good awareness just to see. Oh, I'm down to 1 heart. I've gotta go ahead and just get that. Knowing that there are fairies clustered around there, good game knowledge.
And there's the fire rod for Trinex.
Meanwhile, Will is going to go ahead and complete out Pendant Thieves Town. So far, it's not paying out, but here we've got the Thieves Town big chest. We'll see what we get there.
It's a green pendant at that.
And just a shield. I thought that Skull Woods was the green pendant. I might be misremembering, though. And if it's green pendant, then this especially makes sense. It's 4 checks plus the additional 1. You're gonna be going back towards the eastern area anyway, so
we're gonna
like
get
a free item.
Trinex, what do you keep doing? Oh, he's going to Mire.
Yep, checking out Mire area, seeing what's on the ledge there. Time for us to go on a blind date.
You know, that Quake?
That was Quake.
So, pendants are not an issue this game.
Yep, and we already had all 3 between the racers.
Yep.
There's a net, and there is. Okay, yeah. So we got the pendant of power here in Thieves Town.
I think that's wisdom.
So in Link to the Past, only the wisdom is red, power is blue.
What? That makes no sense.
I mean, I guess, technically Ocarina of Time, I guess, kind of messed it up from there.
Probably the developers realized it made no sense. We are going to be Oh, I see what he did. He put the portal right behind, right back there.
Yep, it's another way to get into Desert. And Desert is a crystal here.
Yep. Well, all Light World dungeons are crystals, and that was a small key on the torch, which I think is the vanilla item. Piece of heart on hammer pegs.
So
There's the bow.
there we go. All right, so we're down. Hey, Nira.
Yeah.
We're down to Ice Rod.
Already? Wow.
We are on an Ice Rod hunt, and I mean Lamp if you want to be safe and everything, but yeah, we're. Oh, and hey, Vanilla, big key right there.
Ugh.
So yeah, if you're enjoying this kind of race, make sure to give the runners a follow. Thank you, Sokol, for dropping those links in chat, and Nira, myself, and Sokol also.
Yep, good to be here. Also, that was a heart container on King's Tomb, and in Desert, we have 20 rubies.
Yep, so that's all. That's both items out, so we're just going to see... I forget if we've seen map or compass and for which side, but we're not going to get anything else from Linmo except for that crystal.
I think it was the compass we haven't seen. Will gonna get his Saint Heart.
And to answer a question in chat, yeah, so in this particular mode, we've got sequential, we have progressive bows. There are Link to the Past Randomizer settings that you can do where you can have separate silver arrows from bow. And up until relatively recently, or I guess a couple years ago, that had been how the two were set aside. But now it's progressive bows, so the first one that you find will be the bow, the second one will be the silvers.
Cool.
All right, and we're getting the Landmo fight here on Trinex's side. Meanwhile,
we're going in the mire.
Yep. But that is the second crystal over on Trinex's side, which will give Trinex a 1 crystal advantage over Will.
Yep. Now, I wonder if Trinex will go to Ice Palace here. Oh, he's checking Nagina.
Yep. So make all the desert checks over here that you can. Now, we know where that Quake Medallion is. It's sitting in Skull Woods, in the front of Skull Woods specifically. So that's not going to be... That's still going to be a... It won't be a bad check to go into Skull Woods, but Trinex does have a lot available before that point, including Ice Palace, Mire... no, sorry, not Mire.
Yep,
and we are
Ice.
Yep, we are seeing Ice Palace. Another possibility that we have for us, and I do like Will using the Cane of Burna here, just because all of the spikes, by the time you take the damage, lift the thing, probably get hit by either a Stalfos or a Beamos, it's very easy to lose health right there.
Yeah. And since you have half magic, it's cost effective just to use the Cane of Burna there.
Right, especially when you're going to be getting a magic refill coming up soon if you want to go towards the cutscene chest and the regular big key chest here.
I missed what that check in Ice was.
It was a big key. And Will is going to go ahead and try to isolate that particular check. And there's the big key right there. So looks like Will is going to go ahead and complete out Mire first and then potentially go back in for items.
There's the compass in Icebreaker Room. Or not. Yeah, it was Icebreaker Room. What am I talking about?
Yep, and that is where the big key is used.
And there's 3 bombs in the next chest.
Yep, so that is item 1. And Will getting through that first dark room very nicely. The Mire dark rooms can be pretty tricky. And right here, it is great to have Berna because you can see where you're going. Or at least you can see where you are on the screen. Nicely done.
Bomb jumping here.
And nicely done. That can be a trickier bomb jump as well. Right there. There is a... Going back across that bridge is a little bit easy. Is actually much easier of a bomb jump, but... Now, I haven't been keeping track of items. Was that item 2 or item 3?
2.
All right, so we'll still have... we will still have one either... yeah, we'll still got one to go.
Yep, they still have the big chest to check and then cold stare.
All right, and we're going to have a little bit of lag here on Will's side, but it's going to be safe.
And it's on cold stare. We'll also know shortly... the eyes can... Wait, what?
So here's what happened. Because, yeah, you see that fairy floating around. If I remember correctly, and chat, correct me if I'm wrong, those eyes share a similar slot to the blobs in two rooms prior, like where they're dropping from the ceiling. Congrats, by the way, on Will for being cold stare. So if there's an active item there, then that can be potentially dropped by the vitreous eyes.
Okay. Also, heart container on cold stare.
Yep, and that is crystal number 4 on Trinex's side as well. GG.
That's also the second 5-6 crystal.
Yep, so there's going to be a couple more checks, and Will is going to go ahead and go back up the mountain, especially knowing that the fire rod's up here anyway, so this is going to be good overall knowledge here.
Yep. We're going to pod.
I like this. You can do pod and Eastern back to back at this point.
Yep. And with that, there are 11 items that they can get because of Sarsparella's hut too.
You're right. We have not. No one's checked Sassy's closet yet.
First pod, later ped. Chat's more obsessed with pedestal than I am.
Pedestal it's on life support. The only thing, and by the way, there's silver arrows. There's that other progressive bow. So earlier in chat, we had a question about what progressive bows meant. It's possible.
Will did not, or Trinex did not do Misery Mire.
So, yeah, and there we go. Yeah, Will's done Mire. Oh, okay. So for, okay, I see the confusion. All right, so that was actually just crystal. That was crystal number 3 over on Trinex's side.
Yep. You know, Ice Rod is probably going to be on Laser Bridge. You know that, right?
Potentially. All right, and there is Bombo. So that's all of the medallions over on Will's side. And right now, Trinex does have a dungeon advantage at this point. Will is gonna go ahead and grab that fire rod here as well, and avoids getting talked to by that blob right there. And Will, yep, is going to go ahead and take down Ice Palace.
Don't blame him here. That's a 5/6 crystal. There's 3 bombs, so he's found 1 key, something else. I didn't see what the first check-in pod was. Compass was the first check-in pod. Thank you.
All right, and there's a key there. So sort of some interesting pod routing here on Trinex's side. And we've had first key, yes, but what about second key?
What about second breakfast?
But yeah, so to answer an earlier question from chat, it's possible that Will can grab what was silvers for Trinex, and it would show as a regular bow for Will if Will doesn't pick up the other bow.
Where was the other bow?
Desert.
Oh, well, he's got to go to desert sometime.
Right. It just might be after the pod Eastern duel there.
True. Bow was one bow was in desert, the other was in Sarsparella's hut.
And we'll take a little bit of a tumble there, so it'll just take a little bit extra time. And I think Trinex here is setting up for a death warp, although it does have the mirror. So, but this room can be kind of tricky in the dark as well. Yep, setting up for a death warp.
Yep, 5 rubies. I think we didn't find the compass in pod.
Yeah, pod's been pretty empty. And granted, at this point, we're just looking for the ice rod at this point. Lamp would be nifty. Armor would be welcome. Or powder would be welcome as well.
Both our runners are good enough that they do not need the lamp to progress.
All right, and we're about to see Cold Stare over on Will's side. Meanwhile, Trinex is making his way down to the basement of Pod.
Surprised he isn't using bombos to clear out the ice.
It can take a little bit of time, but overall, 6 one way, half a dozen another. Either way, Cold Stare goes down. There's that heart container, and there is crystal number 3 on Will's side. You'll see 4 dungeons lit up, but Thieves Town was a pendant.
Yep. Thieves Town as well had nothing. But if that ice rod is on pedestal, Will definitely has a lead here.
Yeah, and we do still have we still have a good number of checks remaining. Keeping in mind, we're only at the 48-minute mark, and yeah, it looks like we are going to go ahead and do desert here on Will's side. So, yep, looks like Will be getting the desert bow first.
Trinex going down.
Yep, Trinex downing Helmasaur right there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good. No, it's especially with all the dungeons and the various dragons. But I suppose that's a different franchise altogether.
Yep. Will's going to be picking up his bow here in a second.
So yeah, so an interesting question in chat. If Ice Rod is either PED or potentially TR, like those are pretty much your remaining options.
I'd go to TR.
Yeah, TR has a lot more items, and it does feel really good. Oh, by the way, there's our fourth sword. This is our first dip into Eastern after all this time.
The lamp will probably be in here too. Probably be in the big chest. But if the big key is in the front of Eastern, Eastern's fully in logic because you can use the fire rod as a fire source.
Yep, to get back to Armos Knights there.
Yep, and that's 2 items down so far in here.
Yeah, and yeah, like Swamp Palace is an option.
Swamp's got even more choices, and it's a quicker dungeon to get those checks.
It can be a pretty slow dungeon though, and as a pendant, it's definitely one of those like working on the crystals first before touching pendants. But at this point, Trinex is going to be actually interestingly. Trinex did not check the big chest.
He didn't pick up the big key yet.
Oh, I thought big key was. Oh, no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, 2 items and a map so far.
All right, but that is Lambo down over on Will's side, and we are knotted up at 4 crystals each.
Yep. You know what else could be on the pedestal that they need? Book.
Oh, book for a for tablet.
Yeah. Ice Rod could be on one of the tablets.
Yeah, we do have a number of fetch quests at this point.
Yeah, I'm just listing all the possible places they could be.
Yeah. But the answer is not going to be Eastern.
Nope, that was the 3rd item. But Butter Sword, though, this next room is going to be a piece of cake.
Yeah, and especially for the rest of the game, it makes for a very easy 1-on-1 against Ganon. But yeah, there's we still have a number of fetch quests out there, and Trinex is not going to be able to complete any other crystal dungeons. Now, Trinex could go ahead and dip Turtle Rock.
Yeah, him not going into Skull Woods early was not good.
Yeah, but it is defensible, and it's not too bad to get back to there either.
No, it's not.
And it is also 3 items with the 2 the 2 items actually in the dungeon plus the green pendant.
Yep. And we're going to see where he goes because he took the flute out right before he collected the loot. He's going to Fat Fairy.
Yep. So we're going to get a pyramid. Actually, and this is going to be our first pyramid ledge and pyramid fairy here because remember, Will actually died on the way to the pyramid.
Yep. So this will be interesting. If Will had just have come back and it turned out the ice rod is on the pyramid ledge, oof. You know what else? Where else ice rod could be? Catfish.
Yep. And and definitely like the ice rod is interesting in that it can be pretty much any place in the world except for, I mean, except for Ganon's Tower and on Trinex, but anywhere else is fair game.
Yep, because it is only needed in 2 places, Land Mole, technically, and Trinex.
Yep, and to answer our question in chat, and just a piece of heart on Ledge, the Quake was in Skull Woods, in the front of Skull Woods.
Piece of heart, 300 rubies in Pyramid Ferry. That was better to check that, to make sure there was nothing there, though. I think we're getting Catfish and Graveyard Ledge checks next, though. Yeah,
with this particular route, and it's a, and yeah, this is going to be the kind of the last time Trinex is going to be able to really check these.
Not without going really far out of their way.
Right. All right, and Will going through the pod maze in the dark. I'll say, technically, this is still out of logic, by the way. Technically, our racers are definitely comfortable with dark rooms, and that's not the right red thing.
Nope. And we are going... We're going to Turtle Rock.
Yep. It's an aggressive play, considering everything else. And it's not going to pay out for getting that Quake. It could pay out for Ice Rod. And to be able to complete Turtle Rock is going to be nice. You're going to have to 100% Turtle Rock, but I like this play.
Yep, ditto here. Sorry, my throat keeps getting caught up today.
All right. As Will goes towards the basement of pod, pretty much Will's main advantage right now is because, well, Trinex is making all the new checks. Like, Will's a couple minutes behind Trinex, but Will has Meyer done, which Trinex will likely be able to go mode it, but it's gonna come down to when does Trinex go to Skull Woods. And yeah, with the Quake Medallion in Skull Woods, just in the front of Skull Woods, we'll see where Trinex opts to go after Turtle Rock, and if the Ice Rod is even here.
Small key, oh no.
That's not terrible, because it does kind of get Trinex back towards that northern Hyrule kind of side, and potentially over to Kakarika Village. Meanwhile, King Helmasaur going down on Will's side. That is going to be crystal number 5.
He's going to get crystal 6 here in a minute, though. In a couple of minutes here.
Yep, because Will's going to be able to just do Eastern. And the only thing that Will might be wishing... we know Will likely go ahead and check Sasserola's Closet on the way out, because Will is not in go mode either.
Nope.
We're not even in no mode. We are. Oh. Will having Burna out, but opting not to use it, and there is that Butter Sword for Will.
Yeah, both our runners are stacked with their weaponry today.
Right, and but still relatively glass cannons. I mean, we filled out the first row of hearts at least, but we are still in green mail across the board.
I love the Pokey sprite, Super Bunny sprite.
Yeah. One of the, that is, and just a compass on Lava Bridge, that doesn't feel great. One of the things with sprite design is not only how do like the regular sprites look, but how does the bunny sprite look? Where is the tie-in there? Like it really does make it really wonderful to see kind of the artistry that the sprite designers have done for this.
Yes, very much so. Trinex throwing the bomb into the wall. That's the wrong wall, Trinex.
Yeah, that wall had it coming.
Yeah, how dare it not have a bombable surface. And we're going to get a look at Mimic Cave here.
Yep. One of the mimics got away a little bit, but there we go.
And 1 ruby. Oh.
Don't spend it all in one place.
That is painful.
All right, Will's getting a little bit of lag there, but there's the big key and just a map in the big chest. We are already going to have to check out Laser Bridge, for better or for worse. So.
Yep, it's actually ridiculous how many items have been in their vanilla location tonight.
It's been interesting. All right, I'm doing some navigation in the dark. Lamp will not be on Laser Bridge just because of this specific room, but I mean, granted, all we can see are fire bars just kind of going randomly in the void, but Trinex is very comfortable with these dark rooms. But yeah, with 3 hearts, yeah, take that safety door.
He'll get a he'll get a health refill anyway here. Will, being on the Armos Knights, having to do it with regular arrows because he didn't visit Sarsparella's hut.
Yeah, but that was just about as quick as Trinex's because of the quick Armos kill, and that is Eastern down.
Did
answer's
Trinex?
Not? Yeah, answer's not here.
Okay, I was about to say, wait, did Trinex pick up the ice rod and we missed it?
But we'll see if Trinex is still going to leave the portal here, just in case it's in a Light World dungeon. But it looks like
he's going back to school.
Yep. So, and that would work out for Trinex to be able to do Meyer. Oh, Trinex changing. Yeah, Trinex is trying.
Sorry.
Ooh, yeah, Trinex trying to save that portal. Now, this will be committing to burning the mushroom.
Oh.
Okay. The good news is Trinex did not reset the game. Trinex has not done a save and quit in some time. Now Trinex is going to go ahead and dip into Skullwoods, it looks like.
There he's going to do Graveyard Ledge. Yep, that's where he's going.
Ooh, yep. Now, well, I guess we're about to see what Graveyard Ledge will be. Will is also there. All right, and we do have a race, and that is not what we're looking for.
Ice Rod could be in Skull Woods still. They only found the 1 item.
Yeah. That's it. We are starting to run low on checks here. Will's going to go ahead over to Catfish.
Oh, they did find 2 items? Okay. Okay, it was a Quake and a Heart container in Skullwoods.
Yep. Will's going to get the bad news here about the about Catfish, though. I think it was just... It had just been 20 rupees, I believe. But here's going to be... We're going to see kind of where everyone goes from here. Trinex going back to Skull Woods. Now, this is still going to be an overall... Oh, no. Oh, Trinex is going to finish off Smith Chain. Okay.
Yep, what is Will doing? Didn't he full cleared desert?
Yes.
Because he got the bow and the big key from here.
Oh, he
didn't get the big yes.
Okay.
Well, it's still garbage. I think it was like a heart container in here.
Yeah, heart piece. It wasn't necessary.
20 rupees.
20 rupees.
Oh, he's gonna kick himself for that.
It is one of those. It is what it is kind of things, though.
We never checked Cave 45.
Yeah, K45 and Checkerboard are, or I think Trinex checked it.
Yeah, Red Boomerang and Checkerboard.
Oh, okay. I mean, like that one?
And it's it's the other single ruby. Oh.
I think Will is gonna go ahead and finish off Skull Woods here, though. And I do like it. It's pretty quick. Nope, or not.
What does he do? What is Will gonna do? Oh, he never did Thieves, yeah, he did do Thieves Town. What am I talking
Yeah,
about?
but Smith Chain, finishing off Smith Chain, and Smith Chain is a bust. That was just a piece of heart.
Yep, he hasn't done the purple chest. Was what the problem was.
Now, the nice thing about this is, and as Trinex is showing, it does allow you to loop into Swamp Palace, and at this point, Will not touching Turtle Rock is going to work out impeccably. Will is just 1 item from Go Mode. Trinex is still 2 items. We know where Quake is, but Trinex does not yet.
Yeah, it is.
And welcome to Swamp Palace.
Of course, the first checkpoint in here is always the small key.
And you love to see the hour 7 Stumpy check.
Yeah. What was that again? 3 bombs or something like that? There's the 3rd shield in here, though.
All right. And, you know, Fire Shield is pretty nice. It definitely has its uses. All right, and Will getting the bad news, but yeah, this is going to be continuing on into Swamp Palace as well. So if Ice Rod is here, Will is in the lead. Trinex not touching Skull Woods is not working out, unfortunately.
Yeah, and if Ice Rod is in here, that might be an insurmountable amount of time that they come back from.
Yeah, but it all depends on where it is. And at this point, both of our runners are probably going to to clear out all of Swamp. There are a lot of items in here, and Trinex opting to go straight to the back.
Nobody ever does left side Swamp, it feels like. Yep, there's the mirror shield on Will's part. Map, compass. There's two items in. There's at least two. There might be two items there, or the big key on the left side.
Yep.
Or the big key can be in its chest.
Yep. Because Swamp Palace is one of the two dungeons, I believe, where the big key can be in its own chest.
Yep. The other one being Skullwoods.
All right, and Trinex onto the Argus fight. Now, Trinex is going to be coming back in here, having the knowledge of there are still a lot of items. Still a handful of items, at least, remaining. This is also going to be nice for Trinex, just using this opportunity to get a full magic refill. All right.
Heart container. Will is also going to not do left side.
Yep. There's the Pendant of Wisdom there on Trinex's side. And yeah, this F-Zero has been a bop so far.
Well, at least Trinex is going back inside a swamp.
And to answer our question in chat, we have not been able to check PED because no one has a book yet.
Yep, but book can be on PED.
It can, and then you do get some nice. The flavor text for it is pretty nice. The like this is a paradox. With the book, you can have the ability to get a very strong hint for what is on pedestal. Like boing, boing, boing for the hook shot, for example.
Yeah, don't remind me of that.
Just couch cash, just move along. But
I know it's possible for Moon Pearl to be on there, but only if the 3 pendants are in the light world.
Right, and that is... And the thing is, this does put Will in a great position now for checking out Pedestal.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, when Skullwoods is your last dungeon. Now, we'll see if Will... I mean, and we'll see Trinex, because both of them are going to check left side swamp now.
Honestly, if there's nothing here in left side, that does mean Ice Rod or Book are on Pedestal then.
Also, really nice hook there by Trinex to hook through the block. And just do a little bit of a different block push there.
Can I write about that? That if Ice Rod is not in Swamp, it's Pet is the option, is the real mode.
All right, and there's red armor. So we still have one more item check.
Yep, big key, big chest has to have the book or the Ice Rod. Oh, also green pendant and Hera basement are other checks.
Yeah, and this might not be a necessary item yet.
Yep, nope, second model.
Yep. All right, let's see. Trinex goes to finish off Thieves Town or Skull Woods.
No, PED does not require the book. Hence why the book can be on there.
Right. Now, you can use the book, though, to read what is on Pedestal to get that knowledge.
He's going to Skull Woods. He's going to go get his Quake.
We'll see. I'll say this is intentionally skipping out on Skullwood, so this is going to be.
Oh, he's getting ready to do a ped pull. That's
right,
what's doing.
And that will actually put both runners in a very similar sort of spot, where they're both going to be hitting up Skullwoods around the same time. It's just Trinex will be
doing a full dungeon ahead, though.
Right, but also keeping in mind, Will's still looking for Ice Rod. Will could make the decision to go check Turtle Rock. That would be Trinex's kind of way back into the race. Because we know Ice Rod is not here, or is not there. But that's about it. All right, and this is going to be Pyramid Fairy and Ledge for Will.
Yep, which we know is 300 rubies and 2 pieces of heart.
Yep. So this does, and yeah, either way, they might be hitting Go mode around the same time, depending on where that Ice Rod actually is. But Trinex is still down a mire. And mire, the big key was in the... or was it? It was in the shooter ring.
Behind the pegs.
Yep.
I'm not sure what that room
one of the
called.
one.
I'm not sure what that room is called, but it was the right side peg room, is what I call it.
Yeah. All right. And Will finally checking, and probably Will breathing a sigh of relief there, because Will had taken an unfortunate death along this way.
Yeah.
But it looks like Will be the first over to Skullwoods area, if that's where Will goes.
We'll know in a second. Yep, Skullwoods.
All right.
He's betting on Ped.
And whether or not it's on Ped, or it could also be on Sassarola.
I know, but once they're there, they might, if they're going to if they're going to kill Moth, you might as well pull the Ped at that point.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, pull Ped first before that, but... meanwhile, we get the blind fight over on Trinex's side.
And there we go. Blind is down. He's going to head straight for Skullwoods after this, I imagine.
Right, and the overall route is still pretty good, and keeping in mind, like, we're only at an hour 17.
Yeah, this is a very close race still.
Right. It still could come down to an unfortunate Ganon fall, and yeah, Will's just going to go ahead and see, like, hey, is item 2 on Mothula? Then we'll just go ahead and do that.
Trinex, where are you going?
Bumper Ledge. I had not seen what Bumper Ledge was yet.
Okay. Giving me a heart attack there.
Ooh, and Chat bringing up a good point. Trinex might take that Quake and just go to Mire. But I'm going to be curious what Trinex does here. Will in the Mothula fight here. It's just 4 slashes with a couple asterisks. Because if you hit Mothula into spikes, then damage? What damage?
Yep, and there is the kill on Moth. This has turned into an all dungeon seed. And yet, pulling out the mirror, we're getting a Ped check.
Yep. Trinex, yep, you've got Canis Samaria. Trinex has not yet gotten Quake yet. And everyone get ready. We are going to see a blind Ped pull here on Will's side.
Ice Rod, Ice Rod.
Get your hype in chat as we pull. The pendants hover in the air, and we get
the lamp.
We get the best item in the game.
That is awesome. I've always wanted to see a ped pooled lamp.
Oh my goodness. And now we are back in logic. So
the fun fact is that pedestal was technically required for logic. So this was the ped seed. Oh no, where I lost track of. It's in Hera basement. Whatever we need is in Hera basement.
Yep. Now, does Will go to Hera basement first, or? Okay, so this is a situation which this just feels bad. Will is making the play though towards Hera basement.
What's going to be even worse is if the book is in basement and the ice rod is in Bombo's tablet. This has been what the seed has been.
Who rolled the seed anyway? Did I roll this?
No, I might have and just forgot.
All right, and here we go. Here is. All right, so what do y'all think? Do we think we actually find the ice rod here?
Nope, I think it's going to be the book. Yay for pedestal hype.
And there is the lamp. We are back in logic. for better or ooh. Powder's a possibility. Both of our actually Will hasn't gotten the mushroom yet. But we know mushroom was just
trash.
Yeah.
Yep. Powder could lead the book. Book leads to ice rod then. and the Hera basement is the ice rod.
And at 1:21:36, we are in go mode. Yep. Will opting to skip Turtle Rock. This gives a very good lead now for Will because Trinex still has to go through Meyer and then go right back through TR.
Yep, and I think Trinex lost his portal he set too.
Yeah, once you go back into the dark world, you lose the portal. And Trinex did also use a portal to get over to the to pull the ped.
Oh, I cannot wait to ask them what their how many bombs they were tempted to drop on the pedestal for daring to put lamp there.
All right, and Trinex will not be, and Trinex, fortunately, it's not going to be it's not too bad of a mire. The items were relatively early, but that's going to be nerve-wracking.
Yep. They're both going to be regretting that they didn't just go right back to Hera basement. That's for sure. They don't know where their opponent is.
Yeah, but it is also it is also defensible though, and there's that mushroom for Will, because at that point when they were doing Meyer and got that fire rod, they had a lot of item checks to make at that point still, instead of the one lengthy one for Hera basement.
Yeah.
So, and you know, sometimes that's just how the seeds roll.
You know, it's incredible how early PED was available.
Right, because yep, because and yeah, we're now that we're back in logic, and Will is also going to be able to skip out on. We'll be able to skip lava, laser bridge.
Yes, he will.
Or assuming he just steals the key from here.
He probably will, because he did just get the big key.
Oh, yep, Trinex, you got to hit that switch. It's all right. And yeah, it's also probably going to be skipping out on the big key chest as well, just with the key placements thus far. Yeah, powder.
Whoops, sorry.
Yeah, powder wouldn't be too bad of a find. It would be a nice quality of life at this point.
That
Especially,
would probably be on Landmole 2 chest or Trolldorm 2.
yeah. I mean, and fortunately, our racers are now. They now have armor. Will, it looks like, is on blue armor, and I believe I remember seeing Trinex picking up. Oh, yep. Trinex needs a key.
Yep, he spent a key to get the big chest, or big key, which I think there was a small key in the big key chest. He's just going to take a shortcut to the back.
Yeah, there are multiple routes through Mire, fortunately.
Yep, helpful when you know them.
But meanwhile, Will inches closer and closer towards the dungeon boss of Turtle Rock.
People are already getting their guesses where JT Big Key is going to be. Somebody mentioning that with the way this seed has been, I would check Tile Room right away. Honestly, I don't blame them on that.
Yeah. Now, Will does still need to beat Trinex, the dungeon boss.
Also, I should state too, Trinex does have red mail. He found that somewhere. Ooh, Will's got to be careful.
This should be all right for Will.
Ice Rod was in Hera basement, with the lamp being on pedestal. Red mail was on left side swamp. Thank you. I know the blue mail was in Laser Bridge. Okay, time to get your guesses in. 1 to 22 for the big key in GT.
Yep, I'm gonna go with a nice 5. You know, we've had a little bit of it's been a seed. So you know, we'll just go with 5. You know, it's not immediate, but
you're not
pretty early.
You're being too nice. What? Oh, oh no.
Yep. It's not too bad. It's defensible, and Trinex is running out of locations for that ice rod. It's pretty much down to this and Hera.
Yep, and he knows exactly where it is now. Because there he goes to 1.
Yep. All right, and we're starting with either Full Left or Dark Magician, and there's the book. Yep, the game is set so that you can get every single item in the game.
Yep.
It just might take a while.
That was 1. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep, and this is going to be Dark Magician here, with this particular route of checking out Stalfos and then going to the right.
6 being another key. 7 being 20 rubies. We're gonna see tile room.
We're not. not until 22.
Most people are feeling really gambly.
Yeah, and fortunately for Will, because Will had taken a very early death, and shook it off very nicely.
Here is 8 through 11. There's 8, 20 rubies. 20 rubies at 9. Piece of heart at 10. And a piece of heart at 11.
Yep, so at this point, we're going to go just full left side instead of... And there is the ice rod over on Trinex's side. So that is go mode for Trinex as well.
Who wants to bet the big keys on the 12th check?
Also, you gotta love Rainbow Road here. You know, it's...
This is Rainbow Road?
Yep.
I thought we were still listening to F-Zero. There's 12 and it was the 3rd bottle.
Yep, and hey, it's a fairy as well, so...
And the stun prize was a fairy.
Yep, stun prize has been a fairy this time.
Okay, so that was 12. Here's 13 coming up.
And today I learned that F-Zero X had a Rainbow Road as well.
13 being 10 arrows. Oh, really? Okay. I did not know that either. Is it Rainbow Road on steroids or something?
I mean, this is pretty rockin'.
It's the big key. And, looks like Sokol 2044 is the winner with precisely 14.
Yep, our tracker got it in one. Well, and got it right the first try. Congratulations, Sokol. You get a bunch of internet points and an infinite number of seeds. GG.
No, what's really shenanigans is when we get 22 when I'm commentating.
And that right there was actually the power of having the mirror shield. The mirror shield is I believe it's the only shield that will reflect the those red mimics fireballs there.
Yeah.
And Skippy, thank you for gifting a gift sub to our tracker, Sokol.
Yeah, thank you, Skippy. Congrats to Sokol for getting that free subscription.
Yep, enjoy the SpeedGaming emotes. As Trinex, fights Trinex.
We so need a Trinex sprite.
and really nice strat there. A 0 cycle there on Trinex's side. Very well done.
Yep.
Will's got a fairy.
Yeah, I know. Will. I was about to say Will taking a death, but he got a fairy. I think that was intentional.
Yeah, or it was probably not intentional, but he was playing as knowing that he had that fairy.
One cycling Landmole 2.
Yeah, and Will making it to the some of the most satisfying Wizrobe kill rooms here. See, wasn't that just satisfying?
Yep, and that gave him a magic refill.
Yep, you love to see it. And satisfying Wizrobe kill number 2. All right, And as we enter the Clockwork Room, Trinex is about to enter GT as well.
Yep, going in with full magic here into this in one of the final rooms in the game.
All right, and remembering to grab that key, and Trinex is en route as it stands right now to get that. Oh, looks like we'll be doing Dark Magician as well, so Trinex will be waiting a little bit longer for that big key. But yeah, avoiding Turtle Rock on Will's side ended up being... that worked out impeccably.
Yep, we're starting AGA 2 now.
Yep. See how agonometry goes. Ugh. Out of all the setups, that is one of them.
Ugh. I don't care how good you are at this game, that is one of the hardest 3 hits on.
But 1 + 2 + 1 so far. +2. And that is Aghanim down. And I apologize for the spoilers, but it turns out that Ganon was Aghanim this entire time.
You spoiled it for me.
For a 30-year-old game.
How dare you spoil this for those who didn't know.
All right, and we're about to get a Ganon fight.
I think I'm gonna go cry in my corner because of how much of a plot twist that was.
So you thought you might want to go to the show to something about space cadets. Ganon's quotes are very interesting as well. Sometimes you get to learn more about like gastropods and land slugs. Sometimes Ganon will sing like "I will survive."
No, you won't.
And don't blink, you'll miss phase 1 and 2 of Ganon.
I blinked several times and I still didn't miss it. So,
All right, and phase 3, Ganon, where Ganon teleports around a bunch. And you know, if Ganon just keeps on teleporting, Ganon could draw this fight out for forever.
Yeah, but doesn't he have the same amount of teleports for both players too, though?
Yes. Yeah, on the first trip around, Ganon will have the exact same teleport pattern, and okay, well, having a little bit of trouble with the direction there, but sets up for a nice triple here.
Oh, almost got the fourth shot off.
Yeah, but there is that fourth shot. Get your GGs in chat as Will WC has defeated Ganon and is about to cross the bridge and complete the seed.
As long as he doesn't fall to the bridge, boss.
And he didn't. And that is Will in first place. GG.
Yes, GG to Will.
Yep.
That's a very beautifully well done seed.
Yep. And Will with an official time of 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 41 seconds. All right, and we'll switch over to Trinex's audio. Trinex just entering the gauntlet here. Having done the same routing through. So we didn't quite get an Oops All Dungeons seed, barely, by the skin of our teeth, and even then, didn't really need to, but absolutely defensible for doing that.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like, I don't know if they could have ran the seed any better. There's a lot. The logic for this race was all over the place.
All right.
We're joined by Will CC, or WC, I'm sorry.
Hi there.
Hi.
You guys want to hear my vitreous impression?
Yes.
Sure.
Oh, Bucko! No empty bottles!
So, Will, how are you feeling?
That was something of a clown fiesta on my side, at least. I've kind of put together a little bit of where things went wrong for Trinex, and not surprisingly, Hera Basement was not an early check for him either, but yeah, that was certainly something. I felt between the death after Hype Cave and kind of some other just little glitches of the mid-seed routing, I didn't feel particularly great about my position, especially after seeing the mirror up there in the mountain and knowing that it unlocked 2 out of 3 fire sources. Knowing that there was a pretty decent chance that Trinex had mitts on his first trip up the mountain made me feel like, okay, well, I'm gonna, probably, I feel like there's a decent chance he's ahead of me, and I feel like there's a decent chance he's just gonna clear dungeons and go for TR. So that was my thinking, was go clear dungeons and then go do all the mirror checks first, because then I can go into TR and potentially save a portal. But then I decided, there's not that much left. Let's just stick with it. So I did that, and it was feeling worse and worse and worse and worse. And then I got to Hera Basement, and it's like, okay, well, this is literally the last out for me, because it's either in TR or I've left it at Dig Game or in Pod Big Chest. So, and I was never going back for either of those. So, yeah, that happened.
Yep, and of course having the logic finally be on Ped, like for most of those crystals anyway, with that lamp. That was we got a kick out of that over in chat, and
I'm sure, I have a feeling that SpeedGaming chat enjoyed seeing that. I will say that the credits text was a new one for me. I have not seen that description of the pedestal before.
Oh, you're right, and it's actually coming across free stream right now. The flashlight sleeping again forever.
Yes, the flashlight. Yeah, that was a surprise. I was fully expecting it to be sitting in the front of TR or just at Dig Game, and so that was not the thing I expected to pull off the pedestal, to put it mildly. But yeah.
I was half expecting it to be Ice Rod or the book, or
yeah, I mean, like books normal amounts of trolley, right? So that's what I was expecting too. The Seed just could not make up its mind. It's like, here, have free Dark World access. Here, have a free Tempered Sword by the end of Escape. Oh, by the way, we're gonna have the stupidest fire sources and the stupidest Ice Rod possible.
Thing is it made sense for the lamp to be on pedestal now that I thought about it, though.
Yeah, I mean, like, and in retrospect, that could have been like, just the 3 pendants that were pendants, like, could have been kind of a clue for me, like, hey, what's not needed to beat any of these 3 dungeons.
Yeah. But real quick, get your GGs in chat, as Trinex is about to cross the finish line, having just defeated Ganon.
As long as he doesn't follow the bridge boss, too.
Yep. And that is a finish with an official time of 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds. GG.
Yes, GG to Trinex as well.
All right, but yeah, like, and I mean, Will, I know that death on your way to Pyramid Ledge, that didn't feel good. It did get you kind of back into the direction, though, because you picked up the flute right afterwards, right? Checking that shovel, I believe, right?
Right, yeah. So that, at that point, I had shovel and Sick Kid to check, and I was just going to use those 2 and go kind of the longer way into the village and start doing Village of Outcast and everything. And then getting that flute, I'm like, okay, well, the mountain's in logic, and I can do 85% of it, so let's go do the mountain. And didn't get a whole lot up there other than information about the fire rod and the bombos, as I recall, but that was still valuable information. And then, then it was just a matter of chasing down the mirror.
Also, we are joined by Trinex.
Hello.
Yep.
GG's
GG,
Will.
Trinex.
This was a
Hello,
fun one.
Trinex.
How's it
GG's.
going?
That was, yeah, I was, we were discussing it, that I think that is my first, at least, lamp on ped seed.
And yeah, the lamp on ped is the first I've seen before. But you know what? What's more importantly, I have a crock pot right now going with some soup, nice split pea with like bacon and other stuff in there, and that looks like a much more better thing to talk about than whatever the hell this was.
Yeah, let's talk about split pea soup.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any ham hock, which is typically the go-to one. You know, gets a little collagen inside there, but just some chopped up bacon gives a nice little like fatty texture to it. I like to add some like potatoes, carrots, just some good stuff there, but a whole bunch of thyme. That's a good little herb to add to that. So.
Yeah, I would say what's about the amount of time you would use in relative like 140 casual boot seed increments.
175 sprigs or so is about what I typically use. Just enough to spread it around, make sure I use every last bit of it, make sure all the green parts of it are checked off this map here. I mean,
low and slow, baby. That's where it's at.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, you can't just leave a little bit. I mean, just get it all.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to go bad. I'm not going to use much afterwards. Like maybe I can make some, I don't know, herb pickle type thing, but for the most part, there you're just going to use all we get.
That's our
all right. Well, that's our show.
Right. And
thank you.
I hope everyone's taken away from this. You know how to make split pea soup. And there's going to be a test on it. It's going to be worth 40% of your final grade. It's okay. Everything's fine.
Wait, we're getting graded on commentary now? Oh.
Oh no, on cooking, on cooking up a seed like this.
Finch, this is actually, I just realized this is actually up your alley here.
Well, if we're gonna do that, give me a few minutes. I'll roll up some really truly seeds.
No thanks, I'm full.
Yeah, this was for casual boots, at least yeah, it was what, sub 5 minutes for having tempered sword.
Not a sub 5 minute escape though, am I right? Unfortunately, just barely. It was like 7 seconds because I was trying to farm for those bombs in the snake hallway.
Yeah, I did that, except I bounced off the snakes like 3 times, and then that didn't speed me up at all.
Hit the snakes to go faster. It's not, unfortunately. It could be a thing, maybe for an April Fool's kind of seed. Like as you slay enemies, you just keep on going faster and faster.
Yeah, something like that.
So I'm just trying to think now. Will, is this the first time we played together since we did the co-op thing?
I think so, unless
it's been a while. So
yeah. So for a little backstory here, I had kind of just gotten back into Rando in 2020, and when the co-op All Dungeons tournament was happening, and I ended up being kind of a last-minute substitute to be partnered with Trinex for that, and so we got to know each other a little bit through that. And
one of those nice little pickup things there. I think it was supposed to be Oro and I at first, but I think that they couldn't actually do stuff due to work obligations.
Right.
But at least according to Challenge, they were still part of our team the whole way through. So,
or the spirit of Oro carried us. Yes.
Oh my goodness. That's actually and that is fantastic, especially about that and the community as well around Link to the Past Randomizer. Just like kind of as you meet new folks, as you swap in, as you do League. I think we raced for the first time during last year's League.
Yep.
And all that. So yeah, kind of any final thoughts about the seed?
Oh, not about the seed, but just want to say, I was still enjoying League. Just gonna have these chances to have random one-on-one arbitrary grudge matches with whoever you're playing against that week here. So,
Grudge in quotes, air
yeah,
quotes.
well, yeah, exactly. So, just an excuse to kind of make up some sort of storyline, but winning or losing, it doesn't matter. We're still just having some fun this week. So, looking forward to co-op reference though. That should be fun week to lose. So.
That's going to be an interesting mode as well. I just caught the last part of that. And yeah, over and open. I'm skipping that week. But so try next. You racing next week then, and then Will next week?
I'm pretty sure I will be doing at least one of the races, but I don't know when yet. We have not gotten that far in the scheduling process, so I'm looking forward to this week. Though this is co-op entrance is absolutely like one of, if not my very favorite way to play this game. So I'm very excited that it's happening.
Yeah, it'll be me and Scariolo doing both of our races, but we're just gonna get a couple more practice runs in, but. It's just not time to shoot the shit, just trying to make sure we have some level of communication going, and win or lose, as long as we just have fun. So,
good deal. And then I believe the next race between To Infinity and Pgog, and by the way, I love y'all's sprites on the ALTTPR League website, and 2Pearl2Furious. Y'all's next race is Sunday, I believe, same time, 8:10.
I believe that's correct.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's Relkin and Owasi.
All right. Good deal. Well, yeah, kind of any final thoughts? And then we'll go ahead and start getting things transitioned over to the next race.
No, I just want to say thank you for putting on the production. Both trackers, commentators, and restreamers. And, Will, GG's again. You deserve it.
Enjoy your split pea soup. And
I will.
Thank you, Finch. Thank you, Nira, and thank you, Sokol.
Yeah, and thank you, Nira. Nira did have to drop real quick to take care of something else, but yeah, thank you. Just to echo that, thank you, Trinex and Will, and please be sure to follow them. They are fantastic people, great runners. You'll learn a lot kind of watching them run the races. And then, yeah, Nira, thank you for co-comming. Sokol, thank you for tracking. And yeah, kind of next up on the schedule, we've got a no logic race coming up in actually just about now. We also do have another ALTTPR League Invitational over on SpeedGaming 4 if you would like some more casual boots action. But I think that will go ahead and do it for us tonight. I've been Sorcerer Finch. Have a great evening, everyone, and see you later.